hope she flakes on me so I have an excuse to stay home, work on my purpose, keep my head down, and just grind. When you don't have purpose, right? When you make women your purpose, when you make getting chicks your purpose, then you're like a feather in the wind, right? Oh, things didn't go your way the way you were expecting them to, and now all of a sudden, you're crashing out. You're getting angry at women, right? You're relapsing, you're watching porn, you're skipping the gym, you're depressed, right? All of those things happen. What's good, boys? In this video, I'm gonna be talking about why she flaked on you and why you must always have a purpose when dealing with women. So, quick story time. Last night, I got flaked on. First time I got flaked on in a while by a girl. And this is how it went down, right? We matched on a dating app, matched on Bumble, and we had quick conversation. She was cooperative, but she was a little dry, right? And we set up the date for last night for 7 p.m. Supposed to get drinks and shit. And I texted her the details of the spot. She never responded back, right? Now, I had a feeling that she would flake just because it was a little too easy, right? She wasn't acting too interested. She was acting cooperative, but she wasn't acting too interested, right? And whenever I have that feeling, I always wait till the last moment to actually get ready and leave the house to go on the date, right? Because I'm not about to be here getting ready for a girl that's about to flake, right? If I don't have like any other options lined up for that night, which you should always do, you should always double book, triple book dates on the same day, same times, right? And then just pick the best girl that you want to go out with, because best believe women are doing that to you, right? And she might have even done that to me. She probably had multiple guys in her phone, right? And she deemed one person to be more attractive than me. Maybe she was more interested in someone else, and she chose to go out with him rather than me. Now, that's on her, right? That's on her. Maybe she had a guy that she was talking to for a while. Maybe they were arguing, so she got on the dating apps real quick, wanted to see what's up, and then all of a sudden he hit her up, like, yo, come through. And then she went there, right? And I know this because I was on the other side so many times. I was the guy that I would basically ice some girls, right? I would be in a argument with a girl, right? Not an argument, but like we would stop talking, she would get mad. We would stop talking for like a week or two. And then the girl would get on dating apps. The girl would try to open up her options, right? But then every single time I would text the girl and I'll be like, come through. She will come through, right? So just understand that you can be that guy and you can be the guy that she flakes on, right? It's all on you. But a lot of the times why you boys are getting flaked on is because you just haven't personal developed yourself yet to the point where you're as worthy of an option for the girl, right? Especially if she's an attractive chick. Like, this girl was attractive. I don't waste time going on dates with women that I don't find attractive. She's not at least a 7 to me. I'm not going on a date with her. I'm not spending no money on her, right? So this chick, she was attractive, but if you constantly see that they're doing that to you, that just means that, number one, you're probably not in the best shape that you can be. Number two, your pictures probably suck, right? They probably were good enough just to get the match. Then there was a guy who looked better, right? He showed more signals of high status, high value in his pictures, and she chose him instead. Or number three, your texting game with the woman sucks, right? A lot of you guys don't know how to text women. You do too much talking back and forth, and then you kill the mystery, you kill the connection, right? Give them too much attention off the bat. And that's another reason why they might flake on you. Sometimes she never even wanted to go on a date with you in the first place, right? Sometimes she just wanted to see what she could do, right? Sometimes they be bored, bro. Like, and I know this because I do the same thing. Sometimes I'm bored, right? And maybe I'm waiting in line. I might go on a dating app real quick, swipe up, swipe on a few shorties, text them, maybe even set up a date, and then never hit them up, right? And women do this a lot because you know they love attention. So sometimes it's not even just you. Sometimes it's just the girl. Maybe she was tired that night, right? Maybe she just didn't want to go out. Maybe she just wanted to have some attention, right? But this is only the case once you know that you personal developed yourself up to a point where most women don't flake on you, right? If you know, like, and you know this, right? If you know, right? If you know that you look good, you constantly get attention from women, you constantly get compliments, you have women approaching you, you have women sending you texts first, and you know that you had success with women in the past, then chances are, yeah, she was just using you for attention, or she was bored, or she was tired, or she just changed her mind last minute. She didn't want to go out. That could definitely be the case, right? But if you haven't got to that point yet, you have work to do, right? And it's fine. It's fine to get on the dating apps while you're on your self-improvement journey. I've done it, right? It's fine to, text women, approach women. You should be doing all of these things while you're in the gym, getting your physique right. You should be doing all of these things while you're maximizing your looks, maximizing your style, right? Improving your life in general, getting your money up, right? A lot of guys wait till they have certain amount in the bank or they have six-pack abs just to approach a woman. And that's the worst time to do it because there's nothing more unattractive to a woman than a guy who looks like he's the shit, right? He dresses like he's the shit. He got the physique like he's the shit. But then he approaches her and she can tell, like, this guy doesn't even know how to, like, carry himself. He has no social skills. He's awkward, you know? He doesn't even know how to talk to a woman properly. So you must work on those things while you're working on yourself because that's a big part of self-improvement, right? You shouldn't give women all of your attention, but 90-10, right? 90% of the time, you should be focused on developing yourself. 10% of the time, go out, approach women, right? Don't make it a part of, like, don't make it, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it a mission to go talk to women. Just go about your personal day, right? Go to work, go to the gym, go out with your boys, and just be open to, hey, if you see someone you like, just be open to approaching them, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. What happened last night? The old me, right? The old version of me from a few years back who was constantly getting flaked on, I would have had that situation, right? I would have had that situation where she's flaking on me and I would fall off, right? I would get upset, right? I would probably get angry. I would probably self-sabotage myself in that moment, right? And a lot of you guys will do the same, right? A girl flakes on you and then boom, you lock your door and you beat your meat, right? Because that's the next best thing, right? You had a day lined up, oh, she flaked, oh, time to open up the hub, right? Time to get the moisturizer out. And I used to do that shit myself. Like, I'm ashamed to say, but I used to do that shit. And that just comes from not having purpose. Because when you don't have purpose, right? When you make women your purpose, when you make getting chicks your purpose, then you're like a feather in the wind, right? Oh, things didn't go your way the way you were expecting them to, and now all of a sudden, you're crashing out. You're getting angry at women, right? You're relapsing, you're watching porn, you're skipping the gym, you're depressed, right? All of those things happen. What did I do last night? First off, the date was supposed to be at 7. She didn't even respond to me, like, she didn't respond to me at all. But by like 5 p.m., I already knew that I wasn't gonna go on the date, right? I hit her up around 2 with the details. By 5, I knew I wasn't gonna go on the date, right? So I could have self-sabotaged in that moment, right? I could have relapsed. I could have, just started binge eating, right? I could have went to the bar. I used to do this shit, man. sometimes like if a girl would flake, I would already be in that mode to, you know, talk to women to get some, right? I would be expecting to get laid. And if she would flake, I would hit up the bars, I would hit up the club. And the problem with doing that, guys, is that you're gonna be in a state of scarcity, right? And it's almost guaranteed that you won't get any success that night if a girl flakes on you and you choose to go to the bar or the club instead, right? Now, it's worked for me in the past, it's worked for some guys in the past, but it's very rare. And 9 times out of 10, if you choose to do that, you're gonna get worse results in the bars and the clubs. You're gonna see women are kind of like repelled by you because you're moving out of scarcity, right? You're not moving in abundance, guys. So that's actually gonna kill your confidence even more, right? That's gonna kill your confidence even more. And then you are way more likely to come home, relapse, and just fall off your self-improvement shit, right? Way more likely. But when you ever had that moment, I don't know if you guys had that moment, but whenever I'm on a date with a girl and it goes good, it goes my way, right? Goes the way I wanted it to. If I ever hit up a bar or a club or I go out later that night after the date, after the successful date, it's almost like women are gravitated towards me, right? I always get the best results when I was with a chick prior. And it's because of that mindset. I'm already moving in a state of abundance, right? I'm already moving in a state of abundance and they can smell it on you. I don't know what it is, but they can smell it on you. Your body language, your energy, the way you speak, the way that you carry the conversation, right? They can sense it on you that you're not pressed for pussy, right? But a lot of you guys, you have a girl flake on you, you hit up the bars and clubs out of desperation, and then it sucks. You get rejected even more because you're moving out of scarcity, right? You have this neediness to you. You understand? And that all starts from not having purpose. Because once you have purpose, you always have your purpose to fall back on, right? Whether it's your business, your physique, right? Getting your mind right, whatever your goals are, right? When you have serious goals in your life that you're trying to accomplish, doesn't matter if a goal flaked on you because, okay, sometimes, guys, I wish that they would flake on me, right? I have a date set up and I'm like, yo, I'm not even trying to really go on this date. Like, I'm not like really trying to get out the house because I'm so locked in on what I'm doing with my clients. I'm so locked in on what I'm doing with my business. I'm so locked in on making videos for you guys, right? And that's like the best feeling ever. When you don't need it, it comes 100 times easier. You understand? Like, I really be wishing sometimes, like, yo, I hope she flakes on me. I hope she flakes on me so I have an excuse to stay home, work on my purpose, keep my head down, and just grind, right? But when you have no purpose, it's like you need it to happen so bad, right? You put so much importance on the outcome. You need that day to happen. You need that day to go well. You need to get laid that night. And that's when nothing actually works your way. So if you're getting flaked on, if you're not getting flaked on, you need purpose in your life, right? Whether it's to optimize your physique, whether it's to read 10 books this month, not this month, but like 10 books maybe this year, right? You don't read to optimize your mindset, whether it's to go on a run, whether it's to, you know, go shopping, improve your style, right? Work on you. When you have goals that you're working towards, it doesn't matter if she flaked on you. But yeah, just a quick story time. Wanted to be transparent with you guys. Like, even me, I look good, I'm in shape, I have a great dating profile, I have a great Instagram. I still get flaked on, right? It happens to the best of us, it happens to everybody, right? You're not alone. But if you're consistently getting flaked on, that's a you problem. You really gotta work on yourself, right? Use that pain, right? Use that rage that you get from women constantly rejecting you, from women constantly flaking on you, ghosting you. right? For you seeing them once and then never again, use that pain as fuel to improve yourself, because that's what I did, right? All those things used to happen to me. I would get rejected, flaked on, roasted every single time. And I used that pain to better myself. I used that pain to get in the best shape of my life. I used that pain to start a business. I used that pain to develop my mindset. I used that pain to improve my looks, improve my style, right? So pain, anger, none of that is a bad thing. You just need to direct it towards your goals. That's all for today, boys. Make sure you like, subscribe. See you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.